Hello, Durud, and Shalom, everyone. How's everyone doing? I see the chat is already busy. Guys, make sure you like the stream because I have exciting news. I'm actually celebrating by wearing Israeli blue because in the past 36 hours, we have so much information that suggests that Israel is just getting ready to just take out Khamenei. Guys, the amount of updates that we got in the past 36 hours is, I had to double check if this was not a week worth of news, because everything is escalating and we're getting so much closer to the second round of Israel's attack on the Islamic Republic, and they are making it very, 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 very clear that this time that it's going to happen. Okay. I hope they're telling us the truth. And that this time they're going to go for the head. This time they're going to go for the head. Guys, when it comes to the tensions between United States and Israel on one side and the Islamic Republic on the other side, everything in the past 36 hours shows that things are about to escalate. Again, I don't know when, but we are getting so close. And look, Israel's defense minister this time, guys, it's now completely out in the open that the war is going to happen. Like, we are going to go for the attack, and Israel is going to, this time Israel is determined to finish the job that they weren't allowed to finish last time because of oh, no super chat. Okay, because of Trump. Okay, guys, so sorry. Thank you so much. Ginga in the live chat told me that there is no super chat option. Good thing that you told me that. I'm going to now add it. Now we have a super chat option. Yay. Thank you guys for telling me. Is it fixed? Did I fix it? Yeah, guys, by the way, super chats are a really good way to support the channel. So any super chats during no super chat because of Trump. So any super chats or anybody who becomes a member or we do super chats, I will be reading. All right, guys, I have a list of things that have escalated. So when it comes to the increasing tensions, the Iranian regime's position itself, Trump's escalation. Trump is getting really, really aggressive. And I think I mean, my predictions are coming true. The divorce between MAGA and Trump is basically is turning Trump more aggressive. Israel is directly threatening Khamenei with, I have to be careful with my language here. So how do I say this? Because you can see I put in I said Israel targets Khamenei, and then the title I put Israel threatens to eliminate Khamenei, because I can't use, I'm worried if I use the K word what might make YouTube hate us. Oh, let me see. Jack is saying, how would the world react to Khamenei being assassinated? Europe and North America would probably be divided. Some would be happy and some would blame Israel, US for imperialism. I think not that many people in the free civilized world would basically be upset about his loss. Like, this is not a normal regime leader. Europe has been threatened recently with the Islamic Republic quite a lot, so I don't think we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let me actually tell you what the Israel Cuts, which is Israel's defense minister, what he said. Okay, so he issued the most personal threat yet. He basically said, if the Islamic Republic threatens Israel again, he said our long arm will reach Tehran, and Khamenei himself would be a direct target. I mean, Islamic Republic is going to threaten Israel. We all know that. I mean, they never stopped threatening Israel. And guys, I have never seen any government of Israel make a threat against its enemies and then not delivering on it. You know, the history of Israel is filled with fulfilled promises of removing the threats to Israel. So this is why I am so happy today that we have this on the record. Again, he said if the Islamic Republic threatens Israel again, which it will, our long arm will reach Tehran and Khamenei himself would be a direct target. That's what Israel Cut said. This kind of open statement, naming the supreme leader, this is incredibly rare. Like, I hope you guys understand. This is a serious intent to strike the regime's core leadership, not just its facilities, nuclear facilities. And they have shown the ability to do so. This is insane, insanely good. James saying, I love how Israel's defense minister has the country's name as his first name. Yeah, that's it. Yes. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Netanyahu just recently, what is the other intelligence arm in Israel? The one for the IDF, the one for the military, Amon, is that what it's called? We have Mossad and we have a secondary one. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? It's not just Mossad. There's another one that is doing really, really good with a lot of info. Yeah, Amon. Okay, Amon. Yes, UV is saying Amon. So Amon just recently released some information to Netanyahu regarding some information, the information they recently gathered, and Netanyahu is shocked. Netanyahu congratulated them, and he said that this is the best information gathering in our history, which is, he basically congratulated the precision and the how the wealth of information that they managed to recently gather, and this is after the 12-day war. So I just want to know what the hell does Amman has that has shocked Netanyahu. I mean, Netanyahu has been working with Mossad and Amman for years, and he's calling this the best intelligence gathering they ever had in their history. So I don't know what they have. And also, by the way, Israel has come out and said, I think it was Israel Cuts that said this, that just like they shocked and surprised the Islamic Republic during the 12-day war, they're going to do that again. They're going to surprise the Islamic Republic in ways that they can't see coming. And again, Israel doesn't make promises like this without delivering. So I don't know what's going. Like, I'm at the edge of my seat, guys. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't understand what intelligence they have now. That Netanyahu is shocked and is so impressed. I don't know when they're saying they're going to be doing some incredible, surprising. I don't know what they're going to do, and I'm going to tell you what I think they're going to do. But let me give you the other. Actually, should I tell you at the end or should I tell you now? Yeah, I'll tell you at the end, okay? Because I have a prediction about what they're going to do and why they have to do it. Okay, and a lot of what happened during the 12-day war is going to help us get there. Let me actually make sure I put this down here because I want to make sure that I tell you everything. Okay, so let's actually go with Arakchi first. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay, let me tell you about Arakchi. You guys know who Arakchi is? Arakchi is the foreign minister of the Islamic Republic. Oh, and here's an important thing for you guys. If you guys want to have some level of nuance on the politics in Iran better than anyone else, let me tell you some really... in Iran right now, a lot of hardliners are hating on the reformists. And given that Pezeshkian is supposed to be a reformist government, his foreign ministry, which is Arakchi, is supposed to also be a reformist foreign minister. And a lot of hardliners in Iran are hating on Arakchi because he keeps pushing for negotiation, and they hate on negotiation. And like, the hardliners hate the idea that they're negotiating with the people who attack them, right? But here's what the hardliners in Iran don't understand, and anybody who understands even the basics of politics in Iran would know this. There are three ministers that in the presidency, like in the cabinet of the presidency in Iran, that are directly appointed by the supreme leader himself. One of them is the minister of intelligence. The other one is the minister of the country. We call it Wazir Keshvar. I think in the other countries they call it the internal minister or something like that, but we call it the minister of the country. And then we have the foreign minister. The foreign minister is a direct handpicked by the supreme leader. So these hardliners are basically now attacking and swearing at the foreign minister, who is not even doing the bidding, is not based, everything he says, it's not coming from the president, it's coming directly from Khamenei. So I'll tell you what Araghchi, foreign minister of Iran, what he just recently said, which escalates everything. But we got a super chat. Let me actually respond to this first. Guys, super chats are a really good way to support the channel. And any super chats that we get, I will read them and I will answer them. So Ginga is saying, Armin, please stop the hypocrisy and condemn Israel for attacking Thailand, pretending they are shirtless Cambodians. It was clearly the Jewish Mossad. Okay, well, I don't know. You got me. I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but yes. Okay, but thank you, Ginga. That's funny. Yes. Yeah, that's one thing that they can't blame on the Jews. Okay, have they? Has anybody blamed? I mean, there must be a way. I mean, if you give me some time, I could actually come up with a way for them to blame it on the Jews. Just give me, if you should just give me some time to think about it, but I can't. Anyways, there's no, yeah, people they haven't. Right. Hello, you got us, Kinga, you got us. Anyways, so here's what Araghchi said. Again, this is the foreign minister of Iran. The first part is the continuation of what he has said before, but the second part is insane because this is now the reformers are speaking the language of the hardliners, which means that basically, because this is in the direct order from Khamenei, which means Khamenei is now not trying to stop a war anymore. They're getting it ready for a war with Israel. So Abbas Araghchi, which is a senior Iranian diplomat and also the current foreign minister, he was also the former deputy foreign minister that was associated with the nuclear negotiations. He's a big deal, right? So he made clear that the Islamic Republic will continue enriching uranium despite pressure from the US and Israel. He said that before, meaning that war would be inevitable if they continue enriching uranium. And also he said that the enriching uranium would be up to 60%. He said that enriching uranium is the critical. Yeah, okay. So it's something that is the honor of the country, that we have already invested so much in this and we're not going to stop. So he basically said that we invested so much sweat and blood, and this is more than money for us. This is a point of honor for us to continue to do. Okay, so that he basically recently came out and repeated what they have said before. This is the hardliners say this, the reformers say this as well. But here's what he just said openly that pissed off Trump, because Trump responded to this. He went further. Okay, again, reformers usually don't talk like this. He said, if the US or its allies attack Iran, meaning the Islamic Republic, the regime will retaliate in a massive and decisive way. This is absolutely insane for him to say that. This was not a vague threat. He's not even threatening Israel. He's threatening the United States with a massive attack. And this looks like insanity, because remember, earlier they were trying to suggest that they are friendly with the US and they're just anti-Israel. But now they are like, this is even more crazy than some hardliners, because a lot of hardliners are saying like, oh, we will have a massive attack against Israel. But obviously, to think that they could do a massive attack against the United States is absolute lunacy. He also suggested that when they retaliated against the Fordo attack, when they attacked the Al Hudaid base in Qatar, there was an antenna that was hit from right, like a couple of days later, because at first it seemed like nothing in the US base in Qatar was hit, but later on we found out that one antenna was hit, and United States didn't say anything about it, so that they don't allow the Islamic Republic, so that they don't have to actually come out and do a retaliation against the Islamic Republic. But now actually is suggesting that, oh, you guys were hiding that, but next time we will hit the United States in a way that they cannot hide it. You might think this is like, so Arakshi also mentioned that they're going to support Hamas. Again, remember, this is a reformers foreign minister, that they're going to support Hamas. They just recently came out and tested a new missile, and they also have they have a missile. They have another missile that nobody knows what they're referring to, that could annihilate Israel. And Arakshi is now saying that they will attack the United States. Oh, thank you. We got another super chat. Thank you, saying love from Heads and Tails. Heads and Tails. Okay. wait. I don't get the joke. Somebody help me. Well, thank you. Well, that's from the UK then. Okay, I can say from the currency. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's very sweet. Okay. But guys, tell me in the chat, what does this mean? Because the Islamic Republic, any sane person, and I tell you how the Israel and also United States is escalating, and I could tell you what Israel's plan is going to be in the coming war. What are they going to hit? But think about this. Why is the Islamic Republic giving signals to United States and Israel to bring war? Like, we're ready for it. As if, instead of trying to do everything to avoid a war, because the three things that they need to signal to United States and Israel to save themselves from because the next round of war, could be the end of them. Why are they doing this? How does this make sense? The three areas that they need to back off on so that they could potentially save their own asses is missiles, support for the proxies, the terrorists in the region, and enrichment of the uranium. So not only they're backing off on none of this, with missiles, they're saying we have a new missile that could annihilate Israel, and they just tested a new missile, and they also threatened Europe. With the supporting the terrorists, Arakchi himself said that we're going to continue to support Hamas. And with enrichment of uranium, not only they're signaling that they will continue to enrich uranium up to 60%, Arakchi just came and directly threatened the United States with an attack. Oh, we got a new member. Thank you so much. Show Intel, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Guys, if you want to support the channel, becoming a member is a good way. And Trump heard that, and Trump also got really angry. Trump said that, why are they talking like this? The way that they have been attacked by us and Israel, they should obviously be smarter right now and try to negotiate. Why are they talking to us like this? And this is something that Trump didn't understand with Putin or Khamenei, and now he's finally learning. And it's interesting that Trump is learning this right at the time that MAGA is going through a divorce with him. He's also realizing that MAGA was wrong about Putin and wrong about Khamenei. He thought that Putin is just feeling threatened, and if we just remove the threat, he wants peace. And now he realized Putin doesn't want peace. Putin wants Ukraine. And he's also learning that, yeah, the Islamic Republic cannot be reasoned with, and these people they just want to annihilate Israel. There's no negotiation. So he's learning both of that. And that's why, as MAGA is having a divorce with Trump, Trump is getting closer to the neocons, and he's also changing his stance against Putin and the Islamic Republic, and he's getting a lot more aggressive. But it makes sense for why Trump is doing that. But why would the Islamic Republic? What the hell is wrong with them? So, but the calculation of the Islamic Republic is that, as I mentioned in the last stream, that Israel doesn't have enough thought. United States doesn't have enough thought missiles to defend Israel anymore. And that's why this war will be, the second round of the war will be short, and it could actually save them from an uprising, because they think wartime conditions will give the Islamic Republic the security blanket to basically have full control over their people and basically stop a potential uprising that might happen anytime now, right? So during the 12-day war, this is something that the Islamic Republic has correctly identified, but I will tell you what they're wrong about, right? And a lot of people are, a lot of Western and other analysts are getting this wrong as well. So the part that is correct, that is true, that during the 12-day war, apparently it was the American thought system that stopped most of the missiles. Most of the missiles that were intercepted were by the thought system put in place by Americans. And a lot of those missiles have been used, and there's not enough to replace them. They are so expensive and they take years to build. So the Islamic Republic thinks that because the United States doesn't have enough more thought systems to defend Israel, the next round of war will be a short one, and it will not only not threaten the Islamic Republic, it actually might save the Islamic Republic. In the same way that the Iran-Iraq war with Saddam saved the Islamic Republic, they think that this is another. They usually, the Islamic Republic's understanding philosophy is that there are blessings in war, and wars will sometimes is something that God sends you so that it could save you. So I think, given that Arakshi wouldn't say anything unless it was approved or said to him by Khamenei, I think Khamenei is now going, like, both Israel and Khamenei at the same time are intending to let this war happen. Show and Tell saying, have they not seen what happened in Gaza? I mean, they don't. First of all, I don't think Israel will do, because in Gaza, it's really hard to separate the people from the militants, from the terrorists. In Iran, Israel has managed to do that a lot more efficiently. But for example, in the 12-day war, the number of people killed in Iran were around 1,000. And I think last time I checked, the number of civilians, unarmed civilians that were killed, reported by the government itself, was, I think, 230. That means that Israel has managed to achieve the lowest. So that would leave 770, if I like something around that remaining, that would be the soldiers and armed forces. That means that if that is true, that Israel has managed to achieve the lowest amount of civilian to combatant ratio of casualties in any history ever, in the history of any war ever. That is insanely low. That is lower than what they have achieved in Gaza. So instead of looking what happened in Gaza, if you look at what happened in the 12-day war, Israel has managed to just eliminate whoever they want. And this time, they might go for Khamenei himself. I mean, they're intending to go for Khamenei himself. But so here's the miscalculation that a lot of analysts are having. Okay, a lot of analysts are saying the Islamic Republic thinks that the second war is going to be short, and Israel is not going to be able to finish its goals, because once the Islamic Republic shoots missiles at Israel, because they don't have the thought system to protect them as much as before, the missiles that will be raining down upon Israel will be so devastating that they will have to immediately stop this war and bring a ceasefire, right? Like, very fast. And their evidence for that is that during the 12-day war, when we were getting close to the end, is the reason why the number of missiles of the Islamic Republic, so at the beginning of the war, the missiles that were hitting Israel were the missiles that were going through were 5 to 8%. Most of it was being intercepted. 5 to 8% was going through. But towards the end, that number was getting closer to 16%. So some people are saying that because Islamic Republic was using more advanced weapons, or maybe it's because the defense system was being overwhelmed and they didn't have enough missiles. Anyways, the Islamic Republic's understanding and some analysts' understanding is that Trump came and forced Israel to stop and basically forced the ceasefire, because Trump was worried that Israel cannot defend itself anymore because they were running out of defense missiles. However, that is not the reason why Trump came and forced the ceasefire upon Israel. The act, and this is the miscalculation of the Islamic Republic and also the miscalculation of a lot of analysts. The reason why Trump forced the ceasefire on Israel is because after Trump attacked Fordo and Natanz and the nuclear site in Isfahan, the MAGA turned on him, and this was before Epstein files. Now they are turning on him a lot greater, but then they turn on him over this. This was the first time that the MAGA was seriously turning on MAGA, like they were starting to. And Trump didn't expect that. Trump expected that if I shoot somebody in the street, my base will not turn against me. So he thought that he's safe with them. But he didn't expect this many people on MAGA to turn on him, because he was basically bombing somewhere outside of the United States, and they thought that this goes completely against America first. And Trump, when he saw that, he immediately tried to force a ceasefire, because he thought that I will show these idiots that, look, my attack on the Islamic Republic on the Fordo and Natanz sites actually stopped the war. This was not the bombing that increases war. This is a bombing that reduces war. It ends the war. The ceasefire came into effect because I did this. And then he introduced a ceasefire. And then Israelis were surprised, like, oh my God, I wasn't surprised. I said Trump will do this 1 hour into the beginning of the 12-day war. 1 or 2 hours, I don't exactly remember. Within few hours after the war started, I'm on record saying that this is the only thing that is going to save the Islamic Republic now is Trump forcing the Israelis on a ceasefire. Like, I'm actually still impressed. Like, I know I keep saying this. I'm so impressed with myself that I said that, and that's exactly what happened, right? Anyways, the Israelis, they're like, this guy just came in and just posted on True Social and like, hey, here's a ceasefire. They're like, what the hell? So the Israelis tried to, in the final hours of that war, they were trying to get the most out of the remaining time that they have. And they were sending some planes, some fighter jets, to go and basically do many of the things that they wanted to do at the ending, which includes trying to take out as many anti-protest forces and units, and some political, because they already took out the main military officials. Now they were going to go for the political officials. And those pilots were going, a lot of people think that those pilots were also going for Khamenei. They know where he was. They could have had him. They're going to go take him out. And then Trump, when he found out that these planes are going towards Iran to inflict such devastating blow, I don't know, maybe because the Israelis told Trump that they're about to do this before they did it, he posted on Truth Social, and he basically, in all caps, shouted, and he said, like, Israel, take your pilots, but you get your pilots to return. And those pilots returned. And if Trump didn't post that Truth Social, we probably would be talking this would, right now, there would be no Islamic Republic if Trump did not post that on Truth Social, because those planes were going to basically end everything. They were going to take out Khamenei. And Trump basically stopped. Trump saved Khamenei. And then he said that I saved Khamenei. Trump came out and said that I saved Khamenei. So the reason was MAGA, but because a lot of people, including the Islamic Republic, thinks that the ceasefire, the reason the ceasefire was forced by the United States is because there are missiles to defend Israel, and those missiles are still not replaced because they're so expensive and so hard to replace, even though they're trying right now. They think, okay, this time when we start bombing Israel, they would be begging us for a ceasefire right away. So they're going for it. This is Khamenei's delusion right now. And this is why Arakchi is saying all of this. And this is why they're basically threatening Israel and United States and even Trump himself. They're like itching for a war. They want the war. So, here's another interesting thing. Trump is also really pissed because Trump, it has been told that the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the undermining of that ceasefire and the hostage negotiation, that's because of the Islamic Republic. So U.S. President Donald Trump responded with a direct military threat. He also, he said that if Iran restarts enrichment beyond limits, the U.S. would wipe their program out faster than Iran could react. He has said this before, but this time it has never been this direct, threatening the Islamic Republic again after the 12-day war with another military attack. But here's the part that is interesting, that is new. Trump also, again, when it comes to Hamas, Trump usually, like, if you listen to him, he doesn't connect Hamas and the Islamic Republic together often. But this time he did. Trump also accused the regime of undermining ceasefire and hostage negotiations between Hamas and Israel. This was a kind of surprise, that actually, because we always link what Hamas to the Islamic Republic, but this is the first time I've seen Trump doing this. The US believes, basically his intelligence people have told him, that the Islamic Republic is sabotaging peace by manipulating Hamas from behind the scenes. And this is something that really pisses off Trump, because Trump has been trying to bring peace in one place. He wants to have a record of ending wars. He tried it in 3 places and failed, and then something surprising happened, that now he's only counting that one as a place that he brought. So guys, here are the places that Trump tried to bring peace and failed, and then there's a 4th one. I will tell you the 3 ones that he failed, and the 4th one that he claims victory. You guess in the chat what is the 4th one is, right? So Trump has tried to take credit for bringing peace between Iran and Israel, the Islamic Republic and Israel. He says Iran and Israel. Israel and Hamas, basically ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. And then ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia. So fail, no ceasefire in any of that. But what is the 4th one that he's taking credit for? Do you guys know what the 4th one is? Anybody in the chat? What is Trump? What is the only piece that Trump is now taking? Yes, great job, flying robot duck. India and Pakistan. So Trump is trying to take credit for bringing ceasefire between India and Pakistan, which is pissing off India, by the way. India was having a great relationship with Trump when he came back to power at the beginning, but now India and Trump are not very, but for India and United States are the friendship that they have is being challenged for 3 reasons. 1, Trump trying to take credit for the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. 2, because of the tariffs. And 3, because India is accused of trying to assassinate somebody in the United States and assassinating somebody, Sikh people, Sikh activists, separatist Sikh activists in Canada and United States. Okay. But with regards to the peace, the Indians are very sensitive about Westerners trying to take credit for things. Because in India, you have this huge attempt of trying to suggest that India can do everything itself. And it's not because of Westerners. They have bad experiences with Westerners because of the British and stuff. And Pakistan, seeing how much this pisses off India, came out and just gave full credit to Trump for the peace. They're like, oh, I see it's pissing off the Indians. So yeah, it was Trump. Trump did it. Trump bring it. Thank you, Trump. And they even nominated Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize to to say like, yeah, it was Trump that gave us and Trump is getting close. Trump is getting closer to Pakistan. Did you guys know that? And that's also pissing off India. So given that Trump is really like, this is his brand, he wants to be known for a peacemaker, for somebody that ends wars, and he's not doing a very good job at that. So now that he's being told by his intelligence agencies that it's the Islamic Republic that is stopping, like he thought that he could basically push for the hostage negotiation and ceasefire to happen between Hamas and Israel. And now that he's being told that it's the Islamic Republic that messed that up, he's not in a good mood. Like the counter offer that Hamas sent forward for the negotiations recently, apparently it was such a joke that even the Egyptians and the other people who communicate for the Qataris, I think it was, they said like, we're not even going to show this to Israel. It's such a joke. Like they were embarrassed to even show it to Israel. That's how bad it was. And they think it's because of the Islamic Republic. And now Trump knows that. And that puts Trump in a really bad mood regarding the Islamic Republic. And it might, guys, if you see more hostile activities by United States against Putin, that's a good indication that Trump is also going to be more hostile towards the Islamic Republic, because that shows the shift in tone and also shifting camps. With regards to Israel, as we mentioned, Khamenei is now being directly mentioned as a target. And Israel has made it very clear that they're going to finish the job that they started, the job that they were in the middle of during the 12-day war, and Trump stopped it. They are intending to finish it. Oh, here's another thing with regards to the proxy wars. The proxies, like the terrorist groups in the region, the Islamic Republic is now spending a lot more focus, energy, and time trying to coordinate the proxies to get ready for a war, which seems to suggest that the Islamic Republic knows that the war is coming. According to Israeli intelligence and Western analysts, the regime is coordinating with its proxies. So basically, this is Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, whatever is left of them, the Houthis in Yemen, Kataib Hezbollah and Hashd Shabi in Iraq. And yeah, these are, I mean, the other proxies that they have, the Fatimiyun and Zainabiyun, they're in the east, right? So basically, they're trying to get all of them ready for a war. They know that a war is coming. They want to use these other, whatever remaining force that they could exert with these proxies to pressure Israel and the West when the war happens. So Ismail Ghani, which we don't know if he's a Mossad spy or not. A lot of people think he might be a Mossad spy, but I don't know. But he's an IRGC. He's the IRGC Quds Force commander. He's basically the replacement of Qasem Soleimani. He went to Iraq just recently, and he met with the militia leaders there, which basically the Kataib Hezbollah and Hashd Shabi. And he told them that to prepare for a new war, fortify their positions, because Israel's strike is imminent. So this is Ghani. This is the head of the Quds Force, IRGC's Quds Force, basically the person who replaced Qasem Soleimani's position, is telling the militias in Iraq, the Shia militias in Iraq, that an Israeli strike is imminent. And the Houthis just launched a new wave of naval attacks in the Red Sea, targeting ships, any ships that are tied to Israel. They're calling it the fourth phase. I mean, the Houthis, that's all they could do. So basically, the Islamic Republic is the proxy forms a 5-front threat to Israel, and they're trying to get that ready. But the good thing is that they have been weakened significantly. Right? Getting close. What? So Ginga gave us a super chat saying getting close to Pakistan is like investing in sandcastles. Oh, you mean by Trump? Okay, okay. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. But Trump is getting really close to Pakistan. They're getting really friendly with them, which is interesting. I don't know. So many Muslims defend Pakistan. I don't know how Muslims justify Pakistan getting so close to United States. Okay, so guys, here's what's going to happen. Like I said, the analysis that the THAAD missiles are missing, and that was the main guys. I know Israel has many layers of defense against missiles, but in the 12-day war, it was the THAAD system. It was the THAAD defense system that was doing most of the heavy lifting. Okay, which shows that regards to the missiles that for missiles that come out of Gaza or Lebanon, the previous defense systems that Israel had was good. But when it comes to missiles that come from Iran, Israel needed the THAAD system. And during the 12-day war, it was shown that, yeah, the THAAD system is needed, right? So here's why the Islamic Republic shouldn't be very happy that the THAAD system, the missiles in the THAAD system are missing and they're not easily replaceable. Like they can't really easily be filled again. The Islamic Republic think that works in their favor, but I think that actually works against them. Do you guys know why? Guys, by the way, I hope everybody here appreciates the level of analysis here. You don't see this in other live streams on YouTube, okay? Like I am going through such the level of detail that you don't see anywhere else. I hope you guys appreciate what's happening here. Okay? No, you show me anybody telling you all this nuance. But why do you think that I think the Islamic Republic should actually be worried that the THAAD system hasn't been refilled again with new missiles? Any guesses? You be saying the level of detail is only exceeded by the level of humility, my friend. Yes, I'm very, very, very humble. Okay, Ziv is saying, what is the question again? Okay, here's the question again. So the Islamic Republic thinks that a war with Israel will not make them collapse because the THAAD system doesn't have enough missiles to defend Israel. And in the next round of attacks that they do, the missiles that the Islamic Republic shoots at Israel, they're going to be hitting Israel closer to 16% and even more, which Israel cannot tolerate. So the next round of the war is going to be a shorter war, which is actually going to help the Islamic Republic maintain a wartime situation in Iran so that it could stop the uprisings, and it will not topple the regime because it's not going to be a prolonged war, because Israel will not be able to tolerate it, because they're not going to be able to tolerate more than 16% of the missiles of the Islamic Republic hitting Tel Aviv. But what I'm saying is that even though it's true that the THAAD system is missing right now and there's not enough missiles in it, I think that is actually a greater danger to the Islamic Republic. It's not going to help them. It's actually going to devastate them. Let me tell you why. I don't think anybody is going to get that. I don't think any of you is going to have the answer. Here's the reason, okay? Because given that this is true, in the next round of the attack, given that Israel wouldn't want to tolerate this many missiles actually hitting Israeli soil and killing civilians, Israel's strategy would have to be to devastate the Islamic Republic so fast at the beginning of the next round of the war that there wouldn't be an Islamic Republic left to shoot missiles at Israel within very shortly after the beginning of the next round. Meaning that they are going to go for anybody. Oh, you said that? Carmen said that. Carmen said that. Okay, so sorry, I didn't see it. Meaning that, I mean, this is a logical way of doing it. Sam is saying, really hope you're right. Yeah, I mean, this is the only thing that makes sense. Meaning that, especially given that Israel has a lot of knowledge now collected from the 12-day war, knows all the weaknesses of the Islamic Republic. Given that Amman has collected a wealth of information from Iran, I think because of the 12-day war, that even Netanyahu was shocked. Given that the 12-day war, the end of it, they were getting at basically removing all the decision makers, including Khamenei and his children and his sons, children like adult children, okay? Like his kids, his adult kids. Given all of that, the only thing that makes sense for Israel, I mean, if they don't do this, then they should hire me. Okay, the only thing that makes sense for Israel is to devastate the Islamic Republic to the point that there is nobody to give the commands to shoot the missiles at Israel. Anybody that could actually anybody that has any say in what the Islamic Republic does is no more. Oh, Sam's saying we should hire you anyways. Yes. I mean, you could hire me with super chats and likes, okay? If you appreciate what I'm telling you guys, right? So Israel is preparing already for a full-scale strike. Everybody can see that. But this is not true. This is not going to be an attack on nuclear sites. This is going. The next phase of the attack is going to be to decapitate the regime completely, targeting Khamenei and his sons, and also all the main political leaders. Any remaining generals from the IRGC, especially the ones who now been put in command in replacement of the 50. Can you still believe that? Can you believe this number? The 50 who died. This will collapse the regime completely. This will collapse the regime's power structure, disrupt control over the proxies, create a vacuum for an internal uprising. And this is not speculative, because this is what I'm telling you is something that Israeli officials and journalists are openly discussing, the idea of finishing what the previous war started. Like the toppling of the regime, this is not just guesswork anymore. And it's also very clear that Israel's plan is to devastate any unit or power that is designed to stop the Iranian people from uprising, because the key point is finally when they kill Khamenei and also remove all the barriers for the Iranian people, there will be an uprising. That's what they're banking on. And again, all of this is happening right at the moment where the electricity outage and the water outage in Iran is getting to the point where the uprisings are much more probable. But again, it wouldn't happen while the war is happening, right? So think about this. 3 things are happening at the same time. Israel is getting ready to go for the kill, to remove the leadership, and also remove the forces, the anti-protest forces, and the people. 1. 2, the amount of devastation, economic devastation, rising prices, water outages, electric outages, is getting even the people who are considered to be silent majority, it's turning them into revolutionaries. That's 2. And 3, the opposition the Iranian opposition against the Islamic Republic has matured, and they have a much higher level of organization and unity than ever before, as we saw what's happening in Munich with Reza Pahlavi as their leader. So everything is like the stars have aligned to get rid of the Islamic Republic. And guys, if the Islamic Republic doesn't fall after this, this is the greatest missed opportunity in the history of warfare. This is why I cannot accept Israel not doing this, because everything is aligned to get this done. I hope you guys appreciate that. Oh, we're getting another super chat. Thank you, guys. Super chats are, again, any super chats that we get, I will read them and I will respond. Seymour the Persian is saying, I think we're getting a coup, not an uprising. I don't think we're going to get a coup, Seymour. Who's going to do the coup? Who? With what authority? With what charisma? Name me the people with the authority and the brand power and the charisma and a huge enough base, supportive base for a coup to happen. Like, name me the people. Who's going to be the leader of the coup? Who, under the leadership of who? With what authority? With what excuse for legitimacy? No, Pahlavi wouldn't be doing a coup. Pahlavi would be the uprising. Yeah, Pahlavi. That's what Pahlavi would be. Pahlavi is a symbol of uprising of the people. A coup would be part of the regime turning against the rest of the regime and basically having another part of the regime take over. I'm just saying, without Khamenei, there's only two people. Okay, there's actually three people that have the base of support, the legitimacy, and the authority to form a government in Iran. Okay, Ali Khamenei, Mujtaba Khamenei, which is his son, and Reza Pahlavi. Okay, Ali Khamenei. So Rouhani would not be able to do that. Nobody would. Hassan Khomeini would not be able to do that. I mean, they will turn against each other. So yeah, you're talking about the 50K soldiers. That would be an uprising, because they're bringing a coup is part of the regime under the leadership of some people, key officials within the regime, taking over the regime. I think that would be an uprising, because an uprising where part of the soldiers are basically taking the side of the people. So given that there's only three people, Ali Khamenei, Mujtaba Khamenei, and Reza Pahlavi, if Israel takes out Ali Khamenei and his son Mujtaba Khamenei, it's over. It's over. It's game over. Oh, by the way, this Iranian in the chat is calling me a traitor because I side with Israel. Yeah. Mujtaba isn't popular at all. Yeah, Mujtaba isn't popular at all. Oh, okay. So Seymour is saying Mujtaba isn't popular at all. Their second choice is Mousavi. Mousavi is hated by the hardliners. Mousavi is hated by so many of the hardliners and such a huge part of the IRGC that would not work. So Mousavi is hated by the Barandos people, the Iranian people who want the toppling. Anybody who hates the Islamic Republic hates Mousavi as well, because he still supports Khomeini. Even though he's against Khamenei, he supports Khomeini. He's also was in power when mass executions were happening in Iran. So many Iranian people who are against the regime hate Mousavi, but also many people within the regime hate Mousavi, and many people within IRGC hate Mousavi. So that is how is that how are you going to do that? Like, yeah, he's more popular, but he's also more hated. So Musavi might be more popular than Mujtaba, but he's also more hated than Mujtaba. Mujtaba has his father's name. Oh, Sepide is here saying, hello from Iran, greetings to Israel. Hi, Sepide, thank you for being here. Somebody saying, I can't trust a man who betrays his homeland. I'm not betraying my homeland. I'm defending my homeland. I don't know if you're talking about me, you're an idiot. You think that the Islamic Republic is the greatest enemy of my homeland, and I am basically taking a stance against the greatest enemy of my homeland, which is the Islamic Republic. It's like, you know what it is like. Imagine if the French people, when they were occupied by Nazi Germany, if when the Americans came to attack the Nazis, imagine if a French person said like, "Oh, you're attacking my country, France." I'm like, "No, you idiot. We're coming here. Like, obviously, we're here to attack the Nazis. We're liberating your country." Like, "No, this is my land. You're a foreigner. You shouldn't come attack here." Like, obviously, when the Americans went into France, if you think like working with the Americans was betraying your country, because Iran is now occupied. Iran is occupied by the Islamic Republic. We're under occupied. This is occupied territory. You know, a lot of people say occupied Gaza. We say occupied Iran. Yeah, exactly. Jack is saying being against Islamic Republic is not betraying Iran. Exactly. It's actually the most. It's actually the most patriotic thing you could do. There's no greater to Iran and Iranians than the Islamic Republic. Moses saying if Mujtaba becomes the next leader, then this stupid Islamic Republic will replace the monarchy to create another monarchy. Um, I mean, first of all, let me be clear. The monarchy that many Iranian people want, I know you meant something else. It's a constitutional monarchy, right? But you're just talking about from father to son. What the Shias would say is that just because the kings have that, like just because a monarchy is based on inheritance, that doesn't mean that it's bad. First of all, the imams, the Shia imams, became imam based on inheritance. Like one was the son of the other one. And some people could say like, hey, it just happened. We didn't pick him because he was the son of Khamenei. We picked him because he was the most he was the best person, and he just happened to be the son of Khamenei. That's what they would say. James saying, "What's wrong with a monarchy? There's nothing wrong with a monarchy if it's a constitutional monarchy, because a constitutional monarchy is a republic. What we care about, I don't. It doesn't really matter the shape of the government. What really matters is that power comes from the people. If it's the people's choice, if people are deciding whether or not they have a king and who's the king and how you choose a king and whether or not people can be held responsible, and if somebody does something wrong, you could remove them from the position that they have. If you have that, then you are a republic, no matter. And a constitutional monarchy is a republic, just like in Norway, Sweden, UK, Canada, Japan. These are democratic countries, and they're constitutional monarchies. Wonder is saying law is a necessary foundation before democracy. True, I agree with that, but democracy is also the best way to come up with law. I think it's circular. So you're saying law is necessary for democracy. True, but democracy is necessary for you to have proper laws. Yeah, Moses is saying, I don't mind monarchy like in England. The king really has no part in the government. Yet that's what the Iranian people want. They want a monarch that is symbolic, with the executive power being given to like the prime minister. That's what the Iranian people want. Yeah, James is saying the Persian people should vote on it. Well, it's the Iranian people, not the Persian people. But you're right. What we want is a referendum. Like we will see, there will be a vote, and if the monarchist vote gets the most vote, it will be a monarchy, and if not, it won't be. But guys, it's not the Persian people, it's the Iranian people, because Iran is only half Persian. Okay, we're more than just Persian. We have, let me see if I could get them all. I don't think I'm going to get them all. We have the Azeris, we have the Kurds, we have the Baluchis, we have the Persians, we have the Gilakis, we have the Bakhtiaris, we have the Lor, we have, I think we have 5% Arab, under 5% Arab. What else? We have Turkmen. What else do we have? We have a lot. Not Pokemon, Turkmen. I didn't say Pokemon. I said the course. I did mention the course. You say Ahwazi. I said Arab. Yes, we have Afghanis. Yes. Azeri. I did say the Azeris. I mentioned them. I did mention the Baluchis, right? Get them all Pokemon. Yeah. Okay. Oh yes, we have Yusuf. Thank you. We have Jews. We have Jews. Iranian Jews. Thank you. Oh my God. Of course. Thank you. Yeah. Mary saying, what is necessary is a respect for individual rights. If it does not violate individual rights, then we vote on it. Yes, exactly. There's not much to vote on. Heavy Gretel saying, I like the idea of Iranian Pokemon. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're fifth. I'm considered Persian, so I'm one of the 50%. I think it's 60% actually. 60%. This is why we shouldn't be calling the country Persia. This is why Reza Pahlavi, Reza Shah, got all the other countries to name Iran what Iranian people call it themselves, which is Iran. It used to be, Iranians used to call it Iran, and other countries used to call it Persia. And Reza Shah, before the Islamic Revolution, because a lot of people think Iran is an Islamic name. It's not. You know what? You guys know what Iran means? Do you guys know what Iran means? And again, it might sound bad, but I will let you know it's not bad. Iran is not Islamic. The meaning of Iran is, anybody knows? Let me see if anybody knows. Oh, there we go. People know. Yes, exactly. You guys know. It means the land of Aryans. The land of Aryans. And again, a lot of people will get sensitive about this, but any Westerners who get sensitive about this, please understand that Aryans means something else. It was Hitler and the Nazis who changed the meaning of it. Okay, so Aryan does not refer to an ethnicity. It does not refer to blood. It refers to a group of languages and cultures. Okay, so it's a category of culture and language. The Nazis, in the same way that the swastika of the Nazis, they took a Buddha symbol and they used a mirror image of that, and they turned it into something evil, which is kind of weird because the swastika in Buddhism represents something peaceful, and they turned it into something ugly. They did the same exact thing with the word Aryan, right? And yes, Aryan means like a noble tribe. It represents a set of cultures and languages, and it does mean like noble. And also my name, Armin. Do you guys know what my name means, Armin? Oh, I don't know. Swastika means the sun and light. I don't know exactly what it means, but I know it was something very peaceful before the Nazis turned it. And also, so the word Aryan is also something peaceful. Is it the sun wheel? Okay. No, Aryan man. No. My name Armin means the guardian of the Aryan land. Protector of the Aryan land. Yes. So technically, it would be the guardian, the protector of Iran. Okay, guys, I need to go get ready for my next show. Oh, you said it? Zal said it. I said it. Okay, good. Thank you, Zal. Zal said it. Good job. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Yes, FLP. I did tell you guys before. So, guys, I'm gonna go do a show about Prometheus on my personal channel. Okay, Prometheus is a Greek god. It is a titan, and I am going to be discussing his story, Greek mythology. We're discussing Greek mythology on my personal channel, Armin Navobi. Okay, I'm trying to turn Prometheus and his story into a way to celebrate technology and this new age of technology. So we're basically going to be discussing mythology today in about 20 minutes on my personal channel. If you guys are interested in Greek mythology and how I'm trying to make it more relevant in today's. I'm trying to find ways to use ancient mythology to replace religions. And that's why I think we're just going to sit around together on my personal channel in 20 minutes and talk about Prometheus. If anybody is interested in Greek mythology or any special interest in Prometheus and how I'm going to, after talking about his story, I'm going to relate him to AI and technology and the modern age of information, and also how we could maybe create a religion surrounded Prometheus, with Prometheus at the center of it, in a way that we celebrate, nature and technology and science instead of superstition, with Prometheus as the symbol. If you're interested, if you think that's interesting, come over to the Armin Navobi channel. You could just search for Armin Navobi on YouTube, and my channel will pop up. Okay, so yeah. And guys, make sure you like the stream, and also make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification, and also after the show is over, leave a comment. And you guys are actually liking the idea of the next live stream. Okay, well, see you there. Okay, make sure you come then. Okay, all right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm Israel Kai, Javicha. Thank you for being here, guys. This was really good. I think we got a lot of topics covered. There was a lot of information in this 1 hour. Okay, so go share it. Go share this live stream. Okay, bye. Javicha. Thank you, Heavy Credo. Bye. Thank you, FLP. Bye.